This is Vinny Trocheck with the New York Rangers, and you are listening to Missin Curfew.
What's Missin Curfew? It's when you kind of play guilty, but you show up.
How nice is a green light on the road, though? No practice tomorrow, no plane, just go.
Scotty Upshaw in the clear, and he scores! Right in front, scores!
A few laughs, a little bit of fun, and obviously a lot of hockey talk.
You're listening to Missin Curfew.
Fellas, coming to you from Hall Pass Media in Newport Beach, this is Missin Curfew. And before we start snapping around crispy rice, spicy tuna, let's not forget this show is always presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Obes, the Updog, and our boy Swishy Swish 93.1. Fellas, how we doing? Fucking big week here, boys.
It's a huge
Super
week.
Bowl week, wasted management week. For these fucking guys in the NHL, their break starts. It's a big week, fellas.
It's a big week. Boys, it's just, I mean, it's such a guys week. You just look at the, all the matches online.
Drinking and gambling.
You got soccer, you got golf, you got football, the Super Bowl, you got just about everything and anything. And those NHLers they're playing their guts out just to get to that break. To get to that break without a little puck off the laces or a little, a nail break, something that's just going to affect you, just having pints.
Puck in the face would suck too. Like last night, puck in the beak or something. Where
Not
the
the
eyes
beak.
are fucked up and you can't really go mix it,
Anything but the beak. But you got to be just as excited as those people sitting at the Wasted Management Open right now are just about every guy on planet Earth ready to watch some sports this weekend. Every guy. You're going to get the hall pass from the missus and the kids and just have a time.
I was going to say, Swishy, tough weekend to be a girlfriend or a wife, eh? Just sit back, honey. I'll talk to you Monday.
Yeah, maybe not even Monday. Maybe we'll push that just to Wednesday, just to give me like a little bit of a Bruce buffer zone so I can just kind of just sink my way and float into the next week. But right now, boys, the city of Scottsdale, the greater Phoenix area is absolutely buzzing. I got back on Tuesday. I could instantly feel the buzz yesterday. There's people all around. Everyone's out. Everyone's partying. Everyone's, I don't know, doing whatever they're doing. Extracurriculars. It's a great weekend. It's the best weekend of the year in the desert. So I'm fired up as we go into the weekend and obviously Super Bowl on Sunday. It's the buzz is real here, fellas.
Yeah, this will be my last. I'm going next. I'm going back to the Wasted Management last year. And the only reason I'm not there this year, Swish, is because we did the old Barrett Jackson with our boys at Luxury Auto Collection, which was a time. But I will be back there next year, unless it's raining like it was the one year.
I mean, our friends at they're all over the place there.
All over. I mean, it's just for us to go in. We should go in and do a show at the at the sports book.
Hang with Todd Pickup.
Yeah.
See
drunk
the
with
big
Swift
guy.
and
The
the
big
boys.
guy spends 4 days there every year.
That's crazy.
No one has a gas like him.
He goes where the meetings are, bud.
He definitely goes where the meetings are. Yeah, he's a staple walking around that place.
Yes.
We see our boy Horty, big fan of the pod. Hortichuk there just doing his thing as a Thunderbird.
Yeah, Horty every year always gives me a hard time when I'm there, and I hit him up for, bring me into 16 or take me over to the Thunderbird 10. He's like, oh, I don't hear from you all year. I'm like, yeah, you do, though. It's like, you
got my number too here.
You're like, fuck, come on, bud.
He's taking a few fucking punches down.
I was like, for as many times as you got me hemmed in the D zone, you deserve to take me into the fucking Thunderbird 10 for some cocktails, Swishy.
Yeah, last year too, that Nickelback concert was unbelievable. The way that Chatty Kroger was up there, just giving every ounce he had to the microphone. That was incredible. Friday night, though, we got a little old school 2000 hip hop night. I'm going to slide over there. We got Nelly, Ludacris, and Ja Rule, fella. So that's tomorrow night. Yeah, it's going to be old school bit. Maybe put your best NBA jersey on, get some baggy pants, Air Force Ones, and maybe even put the Band-Aid under the eye like Nelly and just start crip walking everywhere.
That would remind me of my fucking teenage years. Driving around in my Ford Ranger Splash, yellow truck, right to practice, jaw rule.
Yeah, we went to Richie's house after Whisper last week, and we were talking about, because I was thinking about coming in for that Friday show, right? Swishy, just didn't work out for me. And his wife, Jess, is like, Nelly. I'm like, fire on some Nelly right now for me. And we just jammed out to Nelly for a bit. It was so good. So just throwback. I'm like, the same thing as Ups. I'm like, I felt like I was back in high school, junior, wherever the fuck I was.
Yeah, unreal. I mean, the first time I saw Nelly, Sioux City, Iowa, actually, my first year of junior, he came there. I actually presented him with a custom Sioux City USHL jersey. And then afterwards, one of my buddy's parents rented a room at the Hilton Garden Suites, the old Two Diamond across the river. And Nelly didn't end up showing up, but the St. Lunatics were there, like Murphy Lee and his whole gang. And we actually ended up partying with them a little bit. It was pretty cool. They just hotboxed the whole floor. But I vividly remember that. It was one of the sickest times I had in junior was a party with the St. Lunatics and Murphy Lee, baby. So always been a fan of Nelly.
The Hilton Garden Inn. That's American. That's an American hotel. So the Hilton Garden has
our motel.
Stayed at a couple of those in the jungle.
That's an all world 2.5, 3 diamond. With. Yeah. Continental brekkie though.
That's a nice touch. Same as the Hampton Inn there. You get a nice little continental breakfast with some free scrambled eggs too.
Those powdered eggs, though, eh?
Yeah, they're a little creamy.
That orange juice ain't so fresh squeezed either.
Anything fresh at all.
But I'll take a half warm coffee.
When you're
nice, like getting stung.
When you woke up stung at the Hampton Inn, you'll still hit that little buffet just to see what you get your hands on.
How good was that Philadelphia cream cheese that was just frozen too? You put it on the bagel and you're just mucking it. Oh, so good. That bagel tastes like cardboard.
Dude, I lived at the Hampton Inn in Nashville for way too long. I was there almost like a fucking month or something.
It had to be on my home address for my banks when I had to go get a first bank account in Nashville. Like, they wouldn't let me get a place for a while. And I'm like, fuck, they're like, where do you live? I'm like, Hampton Inn. Yeah, so I'm like, their address. I'm like,
did it scare any girls away when you said you lived at the Hampton Inn?
I did well, actually. I probably did too well, which is why they sent me back to junior at the time. But yeah, no, not a bad bed. Not a bad workbench in there.
Did you come pretty tight with the workers there?
Came a lot, but I came Did I? Yeah, no.
Were they like looking at you like, hey, Upshaw, you're really running through this town?
She's redheaded. She took care of the boys.
Take her down too.
Well, yeah. Well. I mean, fucking training camp. You do just about anything to stay in.
Training camp is a lonely time. Yeah, you gotta find what you can.
It keeps you grounded.
Yeah,
because you got to get up early. You don't want to, afternoon sesh.
So, I didn't touch booze during training camp. Veteran rookie, nothing. It was too hard.
Yeah, you just gassed.
Go home and get baked. Fucking recover. Get back into the next day.
Even in June, like in the first couple of years, though, you got to Nashville a little bit later than me, at least. But I was just cold turkey. I was just maybe a stop off at Hustler Hollywood there to get a couple the new edition DVDs
right on the corner there, right on Broadway or a
Staple.
Was that Brian?
No, that was a fucking piece of property that was off the freeway, dude. Right, that went through downtown. But that little piece of property where that Hustler Hollywood stood is probably, if you look in today's dollar terms, the most expensive porn shop you could ever imagine on planet Earth, because that whole city just exploded.
Yeah. If we knew the guys we knew now and had the vision, we could have just started building shit in Nashville.
We'd still hang out tin roof.
No, I know, but I'm talking about condos and fuck, right?
Yeah, we're not developers.
Kurt Olsen and the boys. But
if we got to get the puck out.
No, I know, but if we were, I'm saying, if we knew how we, Craig Manchester and Evan Knapp and Frank Syrian and fucking boys come to Nashville.
Developer's dream, bud. Hey,
yeah,
honky tonk.
Instead, I was turning pucks over, swishing, getting pinned on Broadway.
Yeah, a publicist's dream, as you'd say, as Virginia Bennett would say.
Yeah,
Happy Gilmore. Yeah, if you had the vision, Obes. Yeah, if only you had the vision, Obes, of what the Gulch could have looked like, and what Midtown would have exploded to. Yeah, woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. If I would have had the vision,
just how many bridal showers would be coming through there daily.
Yeah,
for just 365 days a year.
Well,
to put a little trashy down there.
To put it in perspective. The Gulch is a great, like when I played there, Pekka Rinne lived there. There was one high rise that Peck's lived in. That was it. Maybe a couple restaurants.
Yeah.
Now there's probably 10 high rises and fucking 20 restaurants?
No, more than that.
More than that?
More than that. Toots was actually the first one I ever lived in a loft there his second year. And it was right above a bar called Bar 23. After parties were at Bar 22. Toots' spot. Shout out, actually, it was Toots' birthday today, this week. So shout out to Toots, 43 years old. But yeah, dude, you were going through those random empty streets to get to his pad, and it was only walking distance from the rink. But now, wow.
Seen some footage of the trailer coming out for Toots' movie. The boys get some, what's the big boy's name? His boy there?
E.
He's a beauty.
Yeah.
Bizzle's in there.
It's a great film, but dude, there's a clip of you coming to fucking jump on him when he scores a goal there.
Big goal for the boys.
Yeah, your name's mentioned, and we're gonna have Toots on. He's actually gonna go on an American tour. He's gonna come down here. We're gonna have him, sit down for a good chit chat. Listen, I saw the movie and highly recommend it for everybody. It's gonna hit home for no matter who you are, where you grew up. A really raw story of triumph and pain and family and fucking a guy that was just an absolute beast. Toots was a beast.
Yeah. So the big boy E said there, he's like, or maybe it was Bizzle. Someone talking about how he like would go out there. No, sorry, I apologize. It was Webbs' clip. How Toots would like hunt. And that's how he played the game. He was out there hunting guys. Like he was looking, Swishy, to fucking put you as a defenseman, not just hit you, put you in about the 6th row at Bridgestone Arena back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, he was a human piss missile. It built like a cement truck. I got hit. I got a concussion from Toots.
You did?
This game of preseason. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he buried me when he was in Chicago right behind the net, but I never got hit as hard as I did. He put my back of my head legit through the 6th row. I mean, I shook it off, still played that game, but the next day I woke up and I was on a different world, and that's the hardest I've ever been hit. It was like one of those plays, Obes, when you go into the trapezoid and you make a reverse play and you kind of admire your reverse, and Toots came from the other side of the net and just hit me late, but stapled me, and I still feel that.
Yeah, no, they did it to me when I was 13 years old, man.
She did it for me last night.
Yeah, I wish. No, he did it to me in Pee Wee when he first came down. He hit me in a training camp for this Northern Alberta Selects, dude. It was the first team I used to try out for, and he crushed him in Pee Wee, dude. We just started to learn how to hit, and he looked like a man. He had pubes, and he already had like a 6-pack, and he was ripped. And parents were like yelling at him, like, get this guy off the ice. He's going to kill my kid. And it was legit. He was absolutely crushing kids. Yeah. But he could score and he could skate. And he had everything. And from a kid, grew up in Rankin Inlet to do what he did and to, carry, such weight on his shoulders the whole time is, it's impressive. So anyway, here at Missin Curfew, shout out to him for his birthday. And we highly recommend you see his movie Tutu. Yeah.
Yeah, that boy Toots, congrats on everything, fella. Boy, Super Bowl week. Updog has a pick 6 coming up in our little pick 6 segment here. But first of all, Super Bowl week, always everyone's there, right? Like Pat McAfee Day, I was watching it, Swishy. Updog, I know you're watching over at the ditch there. Like his set, it's like your kind of set there where you got the curtain and fucking Christian McCaffrey came out, Matty Ryan came out. And I'm like, who else is like, I mean, it was just fucking an hour of just like Hall of Famers, MVPs, the studs coming in.
Amazing.
And they all want to go on McAfee's show, which is the ultimate compliment. Like it's just such a sick setup.
Listen, he's paved the way for guys, leaving the game who have a personality and had a little drive to build, a brand with his buddies, and they all shoot the shit, and they're doing it on fucking, ESPN daily. It's a lot of work. But when he goes to these live events, no one does it better. You see him College Game Day. I mean, gears down and jumps from the top of the pool into the...
Yeah.
He will do anything for entertainment, and he's good. Had Matty Ice today, newly president of the Atlantic Falcons.
No. Matty Ice text the boys back. So fuck
back,
Matty. We went on a golf trip together.
We could have used you today.
We drank whiskey and smoked cigars up. He got the fire starter for you every night. Don't forget about us.
Fire starter.
He tried to stay up with us, eh? We're like, hey, Matty, you're not a hawk. You don't need me and Loopson up here are gonna have a few more. You just go to bed. We'll see you on the first tee. You don't try.
Golfer. I think he's gonna be at the the pro event here in the desert. He's actually one of them.
Give him a stank
I'm
eye
gonna
on the range.
I'm gonna give it to him.
Give him like a fuck you, Matty.
I'm gonna request to play in his group. I'm gonna try to kick his ass.
Yeah, perfect.
That's the plan.
Swishy, one thing I respect about McAfee too is he has his 3 little like sidekick guys there that have been with him from day one. That he continues just to put them like on with every best football player, every superstar in every sport. And these 3 guys are, what's he called, the toxic table? They're just 3 mutants, but Patty just has them up there. I respect that about him.
Yeah, he's kind of, a modern day Adam Sandler in a sense, where Happy Madison Productions, he'd always put his boys in a movie, right?
Yeah.
No matter how far you go, no matter how famous you get, you still ride with your boys. So I do respect that from McAfee. And yeah, like, the cool thing about him, and especially even working at ESPN and you're backed by Disney, and it's a little bit stiff and it's stale, he doesn't give a fuck. So he'll go in there, he'll get drunk if he's in Ireland, he'll hammer Guinness, he'll smoke his pen on stage, he'll get out there, do anything he wants. It's cool, man. He's authentic, he's a workhorse, and yeah, of course everyone wants to go on his show. He's the #1 show in terms of sports, I'm pretty sure, in the world. So it's he's doing a good thing.
Show business. I just thought
How does show business?
his set was so sick too. They had a little basketball net there. The boys could just, after the interview, for charities, like, you make 2, we'll give 10,000. It's just, he's the man. He's the man.
It's done right.
I would love to sit down and drink 24 Blue Lights with Pat McAfee.
Yeah, for sure.
Just get licked with him. What's that, Swishy?
I was just going to say, is he your number one guy in show business in terms of content right now? He's your number one. Okay, so mine would be
it was Charles Barkley. The reason I ever really wanted to get into this when I was done playing was because of the show Inside the NBA. I was like, fuck, that'd be fun to do it with my boys. You know, obviously we're not going to get to, inside those guys are fucking Emmy-winning legends that are all making 20 sheets a year. But Barkley was my guy to answer your question, Swishy. Yeah. And then once McAfee started, now I just, I watch McAfee every morning. It's fucking, it's unreal.
Yeah.
That, and I watch my money on CNBC plummet, flip back and forth from that.
The market movers. Well, the market's getting crushed.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Well, your market's in one, fella.
We're in for a cold spring.
How do you think the Shakers are? Yeah, I feel it's starting to feel a little nippy, isn't it?
It's nice out here. It's cold in the markets.
But everything's getting slow.
Hang in there, boys. Fuck,
I thought about your crypto story.
It's getting
smoked.
Fuck. Sorry, I was an advocate. Good thing I didn't do a crypto segment on this show. Pump everything up and then it just gets crushed. Hey, Schmaltzy, well, that led the boys down the wrong path because Bitcoin looks like it's not, it doesn't quite have the heart on it used to have. It used to be strong and thick and fly.
Yeah.
It had a raging rocket, but now it's limp. It's
limp and hanging to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the old micro. It's the old micro penis right now. That's what Bitcoin is. It's that I just feel for a guy like OBJ, who took his salary that 1 year all in Bitcoin. And
I saw, I think it was Le'Veon Bell the other day put out on X. He's like, Odell, you're right, man. You can't live off 100 mil, bro. You can't live off 100 mil. I was like, holy fuck, fella.
Yeah. Yeah, especially the way they spend it, right? I mean, you got so much side action. You got family members that need it. It goes quick, man, especially when you're spending $4 million a month.
Don't I know it? I don't spend $4 million a month, but you know what ups? I no regret in life, but some of those nights in Hollywood where you're like, fuck that, we're not paying this. And I was like, fuck off, who cares? Let's have a night. You're probably right. We could have maybe toned her down a little bit on those,
Yeah.
You had fun, though.
Fucking paying for the real estate, Swishy.
And you're paying for the memories, fella. I mean, you can't take that with you, right? Either of them.
Hey, boys, how do you think the Shakers have been up in San Francisco? What's it called? Silicon Valley. You think there's been some good tech shakers up there, or is it just dried out?
I think right now it's tame because a lot of the action is in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to shift on Friday. And I think Friday night, you're going to see some bangers in San Fran.
Gotcha.
But I do know today is Viore. Shout out to Viore. I'm wearing a shirt, no free ads. They're doing a fucking big party at the Wasted Management today that I might have heard a guest list or two from a couple friends. It's going to be popping, but I think the action really will start, at the Super Bowl come
Friday night. Like Swishy said, it's all about Friday and Saturday night. Eh, Swishy?
It is. I'm going to go to Ernest and Zach Top tonight. Zach, I like a little bit of Top. That'll be a banger at the Bird's Nest. So I'm looking forward to that, seeing who's in the mix. But I still think I stand by this for the Waste Management. I'm not Johnny Wasted Management over here, but I do think Friday at the Waste Management is the best day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Confirmed.
I would agree with that. Yeah. That's why we go in there, do a show Wednesday or Thursday, whatever, then just get buckled Friday and come home. Yeah. We're doing that next year, fellow tour. Listen, boys, Super Bowl week. I'll go first. I'm pot committed. Updog was talking to me about hedging a couple weeks ago. Maybe I should have listened. I do have a saying, I never hedge. Shout out to the big guy, PJ. I'm going Pats in the under.
Yeah, I just the line.
And then I'm going to tickle Pats money line because I got a future at, I believe, plus 850 or something.
Yeah, so your thought is just you're with the ship and you like
I'll tell you
like the team.
Maybe I fucked up the odds here. So I put 500 on the Pats probably when they went in and beat the fuck out of Buffalo.
Yeah.
Remember they went in and beat Buffalo? I'm like, wow, this and I've always loved Mike Vrabel. Always. I'm like, this guy's a team guy. Mm-hmm. Speaking of a guy I'd like to drink blue lights with, Mike Vrabel's near the top of that list too. So I got 500 to win 550, to win 5,500. So what is that? Who's the math guy here? Listen, you want me to tell you about all my other fucking futures I got here that are perfect? Want to tell you about all my losers ups? Buffalo, loser.
You're a very humble guy, bud.
Okay, here it is. Dallas, the New England Patriots, plus 1,100. 500 to win 550. I got them at.
Yep.
But then you want to just see how dumb I am, boys. When the Cowboys went on their little run, Swishy, I'm like, I got to tickle the Cowboys. 500 I put on them to win the Super Bowl. They're out. So that's a loser. Steelers loser.
Steelers to win the Super Bowl.
Start of the year I did.
Oh, no.
Fuck Rodgers. I thought their defense. I don't know. Stupid
Mind
bet.
it. Don't mind it. Don't
And then the last but not least, I had the Chiefs to win the AFC and the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. So I got 4 futures out there, 4 or 5 hanging over my head.
Yeah.
On top. So I really need the Pats to win here. I need them to find a way.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to get mental.
So you think just because you got them, money line with this bet, you think at that line 4.5, you really think that they compete for money line in this game?
I think, boys, it's either going to be the Seahawks by 1 million, which goes against betting, or the Pats win a close one.
Yeah.
What's the over under at right now? What is it?
It's a great question.
45.5.
Over 45 and a hook.
45
and a half.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you get that 7-point teaser, fella, you go up to, 11 and a hook. That's good.
And then what? Under
52 and a hook.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. And then maybe I don't touch a money line. If they win, it's just, I just. What do you think? I've showed you my card. Show me your card.
Yeah. No. So after just talking to a bunch of degenerates that I know,
football guys are just degenerates.
All they check every box.
Okay.
They think Seattle's going to work them.
Is Lupo one of these guys?
No, I actually haven't talked to Lupo.
Because he's all over the Hawks. It's starting to piss me off a bit.
K-Wash.
Washy likes the Hawks?
Loves the
Hawks.
There you go. It might be
I love you.
Yeah,
that's great. Flowers likes the Seahawks, and that gives me hope.
We got Al Hall here, Hall Pass Media. He's on the Hawks, but he's a Seattle guy.
Yeah, Jackson.
I just think they come out so hot, and if they can be tamed right off the get-go, their D, that Nick Emenwire's ankle's fucked up. That's going to be a big play. But their D are good, and it seems like no one's been able to really stop them. Like the Rams had a good D, and we talked about that. They didn't stop them. Can they keep it a low-scoring game? Is your best bet, dude. I love Drake May. I think Drake May, call it what it is at his age, is a man amongst his years, and he's made some great fucking passes. I think it's Stevenson's going to be a fucking workhorse.
He's a beast.
But you got this Kenneth Walker III, who I traded to Loops, and you actually hated that trade. But
I hate it because they had 2 running backs. That they split.
Now they don't, and thank God. But he's just.
I know my fantasy's over.
It's too bad they didn't have those 2 guys going toe to.
If they had Shabbat or whatever, it's not Shabbat, but.
Wow.
What's his name? Ice pick, the other running back for the Seattle got hurt.
Charbonnet. I was going to say Chablais.
Shabbat. Thomas Shabbat, I called him. So
dude, if they had those 1-2 punches like on a drive from their own, 20, just running the ball up the middle, it'd be dangerous. But
sounds like you're on the Hawks. Have you put your bet in yet?
Yeah, I did. I bet it right when it came out. I got it at 5. I took it at 5. It started at 3 and then it went up to 5. So I took actually the Pats and bet +5.
Oh, so you got the Pats.
But I'm thinking about money lining the Hawks. And I'm trying to get it right in the middle.
All right.
That's my play.
He's fun. Hey, Swishy boy, he's double dipping over here.
Yeah.
Up dog's going to go. He's trying to hit.
Because then I you know what? You're not going to get really smoked, but you have a chance to really do good in the middle.
I hear you.
And then
takes
you
a little bit
close game.
You're cheering. I was just going to say it takes the cheering aspect out of it. And Swishy, I kind of want to just cheer, so that's why I'm sticking with the Pats here because at least I got some skin in the game.
Yeah, I saw that Darnold sling it earlier in the year when he came out in Arizona. His ball is just so buttery. I think the way that the Patriots are going to have a chance to win this game is you just got to make it a knife fight in a ditch. And you just got to go in there and play physical and rough and tumble and get timely scoring. Probably going to have to force a few turnovers on defense. And you're going to have to play Mike Vrabel-like ball. You know what I mean? Just straight out of Akron, Ohio, just greasy, tough, street fight. And that's how they're going to win.
See, that's why That's why I love Vrabel, and that's why I think they got a chance. And listen, Portnoy's got $50,000 on him to win fucking 1 point something, and he usually hits his futures. I'm sure he's lost a few, but they got the aura of that organization. Listen, what you say about Sam Darnold, I agree with. I kind of look at it the other way, boys. He's due for a bad game. He's fucking due for a bad one. And say what you want, he had home field advantage all the way through. And the one thing about the Pats, I'm no fucking John Madden here when it comes to, or John Gruden when it comes to fucking football here, but their secondary and defense is no joke. And they're going to come and they're going to bring the heat and they're going to try to do some one-on-one coverage other teams haven't done. if they can slow down, what's his name, JSN? Yeah, man.
He's nasty.
If they can't control him, they're fucked. If they can maybe slow him down.
I tickled that over 95 yards.
You did?
Yeah. He gets thrown to all the time. And I took Cooper Kupp too. And we talked about it in pick 6, actually.
Yeah.
My bad.
Heads or tails?
Heads. Always.
Swishy?
It's always heads.
Yeah. Next question.
Next question.
Yeah. Next question.
Will Bad Bunny take his clothes off on stage?
I'll tell you what, I will not be watching that performance, but
No.
hey, Super Bowl week, enjoy it. Get in there, boys. Wasted management, real quick. We touched on that. I just wanted to say, I guess I could look at the thing. Brooks Koepka back on the PGA Tour. I tickled him at plus 3,300. Listen, he played great last week at Torrey Pines. Historically doesn't play that course very good. Updog, we've played there. Tough track, Swishy. The Poana greens get a little bumpy at times. He putted like you did before you got that jailbird putter. So I figured he's won here. He likes it there. It's a big week. I thought I would tickle him. I don't know if KC, you could put up the leaderboard right now. I saw Scotty Scheffler's first hole, though.
By the way,
How about the odds on Scotty Scheffler to bury the first hole plus 225? He hit it into like,
did he?
hit it into like here.
Wow.
I
Nice.
mean, you can.
That'd be a great bet.
Those guys absolutely they tear that course up. You can slash it anywhere out there.
Fucking got her up, this guy. We saw him in the Whisper Rock fucking men's grill ups. He was
Did
just
we?
crushing
Got her?
M&M's,
Was
drinking water.
Big guy.
I wouldn't talk to him.
Oh, I thought you meant crushing M&M's like he was.
Or he's just eating.
Yeah, he was eating.
Saw Jake Knapp at Whisper Rock.
There we
too.
go. Jake Knapp. He's up there.
How's Homa? Is he teed off yet?
Hold.
Homa. No, Chris Phillips.
I don't
Really?
think Max. He's one
Very good.
under. He's one under through 4. Fella.
Okay.
Well, where's Koepka? Or what is Scheffler?
Keep going, man. Maybe right there.
No, that's Shifley.
Koepka even through 2. Yeah, where is Scotty Scheffler? Can't be down this far unless he unless he started playing left-handed.
Oh my God.
Wow, he's too
+2 final. So that takes him out of the mix. Although, what's the odds for him to come back and win now? That might actually be
That would there'd be massive.
because you know he's going to shoot like
63 tomorrow. Yeah.
I wonder what the odds are for him to even just make the cut now. I'd be interested in that.
Probably not as good as you think.
Not as good as you think, right?
Yeah, no. He's going to shoot 63 tomorrow.
What's the over-under on how many beers the big guy's already had out there?
I would say if it's we record here at noon, 12:30. It's 1:30 Phoenix time. He's already had 6.
Yeah.
For sure.
They slide in the desert, Swishy. They slide.
They do slide, and you wake up and you just got that cotton mouth from that desert dryness.
Oh, dude, I woke up with that cotton mouth at the old Hyatt Grand there out in North Scottsdale.
It's tough.
Not a water in my room either, dude. I had to drink fucking tap water.
That's not
Yeah.
for the amount of
Almost-
for what it costs for bottled water nowadays and what they charge for hotels. Throw the boys a fucking 6-pack.
I would agree with that, but I would say in the defense of the Grand Hyatt, I passed like 2 places on the way in that had water and Gatorade, but I was just so buckled that I didn't even.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get to my room.
You're like, where's another beer?
I was just trying to get to my room. Richie said he fell asleep in his kitchen floor after I left, so I felt a little better after that. But boys, what a great week for sports. Listen, before we go to our first break, a little sad news here, up dog. 3 good Canadian lads, Caden Fine, JJ Wright, and Cameron Carsarso from the Southern Alberta Mustangs. Up dog, it's fucking tragedy, man. They're driving to practice. I could just imagine. Let's just take us 3 back in the day where, getting ready to snap around, probably listening to tunes and, can't wait to get to the rink and see the boys. And then something like this happens. It's just, I don't really have much to say about it except for our condolences go to their family. Guys that are out there playing junior, playing the American League, wherever you are, be safe, boys. You're not invincible. Sometimes we think that as hockey players, that nothing's going to happen to us. Stuff does. So it's terrible ups.
Yeah, we lost 3 young kids in the hockey world. It's so close, to home, and we're thinking about their families, their teammates, everyone involved. It's terrible, and the Kamloops hockey community, I believe, lost 2 of these kids. So, thinking about you guys and sending our best schmaltzy from the Missin Curfew family.
Yeah, for sure. You boys nailed it. Just a tragedy. obviously very sad. And there's kids that listen to this show that are AAA hockey players or junior players, and you never think this is going to happen, let alone you're going to get hurt on the ice. But I just say, live life every day like it's your last, and put your best foot forward. And when you're playing hockey, whatever level it is, just enjoy the times and cherish the good memories and, the best game in the world, because it could be taken away from you like this. So just thinking about everyone involved and who is affected, and the hockey community is the best in sports. So we will all rally around this, and hopefully the families are doing okay.
It's well said by your boys. Well said by both you boys. We'll be right back. I'm Missin Curfew. Welcome back to Missin Curfew. Pick six, fellas. DraftKings' newest fantasy pick'em game. Choose more or less on 2 or more player stats. The more accurate picks, the bigger the payouts. Up dog, my man. I saw it come across the Missin Curfew team text this morning. Shooters shoot. Shoot to get hot, shoot to stay hot, as the Smoltz family says. What do you got for your Super Bowl pick six?
Boys, let's just start with, I tickle both sides of the field here. And in pick six, you got to pick both sides of the field. I got Cooper Kupp for more than 0.5 touchdowns. This kid, he shows up in big matches, boys, and he's been getting a lot of targets. And Seattle in the red zone is going to have to deal with a New England Patriots D that stops the run, Schmaltzy. So I got that Cooper Kupp getting a catch. I got Myers over 1.5 field goals. This guy's been kicking. Sam Darnold, more than 1.5 passing TDs. Drake May, over 38.5 rushing yards, boys. This guy can scoot. And Walker the third, boys, over 59 rushing yards. So if you can't tell, I tickled the over. There's a lot of mores on there. That was, that's a 7X. 7Xer.
There you go.
And I like how on this app you can reuse the picks, but maybe tickle a different one here and there, like the ones you like. You can hit the reuse pick button. So I did that, and I added in Stevenson for the first TD, and that bumped things up to basically 6,000 plus 6,000. So if that kid, I use the same.
So talk to me about the reuse button. What do you?
Yeah, so right under. If you go in after your upcoming, so you did that. Yeah. You go back in, and you can under the same ticket you got. You hit the reuse picks, and it brings you right into having them pop up again. So you don't need to go back through them all, and then you can just X one out and change it as you want. So it's a great tool by DraftKings, and
it's a nice tool to have.
Let's fucking go, boys.
Odds dogs firing.
I love it. Yeah, you know what? The one could you build into it? I don't have to check the app, but could you build in? Does DraftKings have a safety option on there for one of the scores? I don't know. I always like looking at that because it's usually pretty good odds, and especially in a Super Bowl, great defense like the Patriots. I don't know. Just something about a Mike Vrabel defense pinning Sam Darnold into his own end zone kind of gives me a little bit of a tickle and just a little bit of an insight from my gut. I don't know.
Dude, you can go sacks and solo tackles.
They got everything here, dude.
Solo tackles.
8+ pick points.
So if you're on their D, yes, you can jump in there. Yeah. Maybe not so much for the
sacks, solo tackles. Yeah.
Okay.
Tackles and assists. They got they got everything.
And they got do they have a first score option? How it's going to be scored, the first points. Okay. So could you pick a safe spot?
That player, you got to add the player into everything. Okay. So yeah, you do have first scoring touchdown, like who it's going to be, and those odds are crazy, obviously, as it is. But you got to add them into into your pool of picks. Pick six, baby. Pick six.
Stephon Diggs is getting in the end zone, fellas. I don't care. You knock up Cardi B with that BBL, he's getting in the end zone. Just for the content side of things
at the same time, too.
He's getting in. There's the up dogs right there.
He's getting in.
Yeah, there it is, boys. Pop it up.
Wow, 100 to win 7-6. I like that. Fella. Listen, Sam Darnold over under 230 and a hook passing yards. Fuck, I need that to hit the under. I need less than that.
I like attempts, too. Attempts are always a good one. Like, they're going to be slinging, especially Darnold. Like, his attempts will be higher. Then you don't really have to cheer for points, too, if you're on the Patriots. Like, his attempts, I bet he goes over that, whatever it is.
Stephon Diggs over 45 and a hook receiving yards.
Okay.
But I see what you're saying. You're just saying go attempts. That way you don't have to worry about the completion. You just got to take one care. You just got to take care of one of the plays, right? Just him slinging it.
You ain't rooting for touchdowns. You ain't rooting for yards. You're rooting for attempts, baby.
Boys, both of those kids are at 33 and a hook passing attempts for the game. 33 and a hook.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is that a lot?
No, because they're going to compete. They're going to complete 20. Like usually the completions are around 20, and I'll tell you that right now. 22 is the completion match. So, yeah, you think they're going to, they're saying odds are they have 22 completions, and, that would be 12 more non-completions. So, yeah, I think that's fucking pretty fair, especially if it's if it's close game down the stretch and it's, clock issues. Every time there's clock issues, you got to throw the ball.
Yeah. I like it, boys. There it is. Attaboy, up dog, way to shoot. Shooters shoot. Boys, pick 6. Get in there and ride the upside. Moving on here at Missin Curfew, it is the Kits Eyewear Dish of the Week. Fellas, it's this easy. Go to kits.com, fire in your prescription, virtually try on any frame. Next thing you know, knock on your door, boom, Kits Eyewear. Promo code Curfew, get your first pair of any prescription glasses absolutely free. Boys, last night I'm watching the Vegas Golden Knights. I needed them for a little parlay cafe against my old Vegas Vancouver Canucks. By the way, my God, are the Canucks in one. They are a bad, bad hockey club.
Yeah, so
bad. I feel so bad for Adam Foote. But here we go. 2-1 Vegas holding it. They're holding in tight right now. And this is just Mark Stone. Look at that. Kind of roll it again for me if you can, KC. Or keep her rolling, I should say. Just look at his, look at him, check him shoulder here. Boom. Right to Barbashev, bar and down. So many guys in the league would shoot that puck. Stone takes a second, fires on his Kits Eyewear, knows Barbashev's there, and just lays it to him. I just thought it was a great hockey IQ play, great vision, because look where he is. A lot of guys would shoot that. Boom.
wow.
Yeah.
Dish of the week.
That is our dish of the week. What's this dish right here?
I guess so. And that's, boys, solely maybe one of the reasons why this guy is not playing on that Team Canada team. You can't not take this guy. He's just too good.
Yeah.
He's too good. Eyes in the back of his fucking skull.
Just good. He has a really high hockey IQ, right?
Yep.
Swishy. And then that play there to me when I saw it, I was like, that's fucking 9 out of 10 guys in the National League, myself included, and I'll throw Updog in there as well, are shooting that puck when you're in the slot. He just fucking dusts it off. Booyah behind his back. Unbelievable play if you ask me.
Yeah, he's one of those guys where he before he gets the pill, he knows where he's going with it. He's just such a heady hockey player. He doesn't skate the best. His shot isn't, in terms of an elite shot, but just knows how to play. Knows how to play 2-on-1, 2-obes is the biggest thing there is plays in tight. The plays he can make in traffic and chaos that's what's holds him. The 2-on-1 game of manipulating defense. That's where Mark Stone makes his money.
You know who does have an elite shot is our boy Jack Eichel.
Yeah.
He scored one last night where
size of the man.
Where he
He's
shot
big
from
man.
he was over by the face-off circle and he ripped it across the seam, but posting in it. I was like, fella.
Yeah, the guys can shoot nowadays, boys.
Everybody can shoot.
Everyone can shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot or shoot.
Shoot or shoot. As the Schmoltz family says. What do they say, Swishy?
Shoot to get hot, baby. Shoot to stay hot. Keep firing.
Keep fired. That was our Kits Eyewear Dish of the Week. And listen, our good friends at Kits are up to it again, boys. They have a $20,000 giveaway. You can go over to Milan and eat some penne with the fucking Swish man. Round trip airfare. 3 nights accommodation in the guts of Milan, as Swishy would say. And then Updog, fucking 2 tickets to the gold medal game. You know Coop and the boys are going to be there. Maybe we'll see if America and the Chuck boys are, but you know we're going to be there.
Yeah.
So why not, if you're a good Canadian lad, get in there to Kits and get over there.
Come on. We posted that yesterday, and I'm thinking, man, that'd be delicious just to get the call, the rabbit out of the hat. Hey, you win. We need the lefty to come on in. Come on down. And boys, I lived Milan. It's a nice little town.
You lived there?
I was going down there I was playing hockey in Switzerland, but I basically lived down there. Could not.
How far was that from Switzerland?
35, 40 minutes.
Just drive, jump on the train?
Right from Ticino, I'd drive. I had the little, little hot boxer.
Yeah. I know that my car
paid away during it. You can find a parking spot anywhere with the size car I had. And then I just get the hotel room and just a couple days on the days off.
Yeah.
Eat like a king.
Yeah.
Go out.
So that's what I would do in Helsinki, and I would do that a little bit in Vienna when I was in Austria.
I had a promoter buddy that was
Sure
always
did.
dialed in. It was a great time.
Yeah. So would you bring any of the boys with you from the squad,
Yeah,
or
I brought
just
a couple
solo
guys
mission?
sometimes, but mostly solo missions.
Switchy, I brought this one Swedish defenseman one night to me in Helsinki. One night, Porcelain was his name. Good guy, but soft. I brought him out one night in Helsinki. He never came back again. He was like, "You're." He's like, I can't do that. I'm like, I understand, buddy. Thanks for trying.
Yeah. Thanks for the effort. You had a one-night PTO. But
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
thanks for the effort. Yeah, that's it.
Let's get
Your services.
Kits, what can you say? They're team guys.
Fellas, brought to you by Labatt. With Labatt, you can buy beer and get gear. Go to their website, snap a photo of your receipt, and upload it to gain points towards exclusive merch. Any size, any product, anywhere you're buying Labatt. Sign up at rewards.labattusa.com, fellas. The pristine Pilsners, boys.
Hey, listen up. Let's grab some of them out of the studio so we can drink them on Super Bowl Sunday.
Absolutely, dude. Great content. Just smashing them on Sunday.
Should I get the luxury auto collection Springer van? We can just drive around Sunday before the game, maybe. Yeah, let's just get drunk.
We'll watch maybe the kickoff.
Go to Cassie's for a burger.
100%. I'm in. All right, I'm going to get a full hall pass, so I'm going to get pinned.
You do? You know, I have a girl with me, but...
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
We'll hang with the girls.
Yeah. All right, boys. Get this guy a Labatt Blue. Listen, Darnell Nurse, fella, get yourself an ice-cold pristine Pilsner. Brandon Carlo, the other night, by the way, great win by the Leafs. I mean, they went in there, they went 3-1 on that Western swing. Their break's going to be a lot more enjoyable because of that, so good on those boys. But this Carlo almost ended McDavid's Olympics before it started. I mean, it was that kind of that hip check where he got him, in the Charlie horse close to the knee. Like if that is on the knee, thank God it wasn't for Team Canada, for everyone. But Darnell Nurse didn't even hesitate, came flying in, started chucking him. Great tilt, gave it to Carlo. Good for Carlo.
Yep.
But Nurse got the better of him. And then as the game went on, Nurse came in a couple other times for some other scrums. So Darnell, get yourself a Labatt Blue up dog. Thank God McDavid didn't get fucking hurt.
We're going to talk about this going into the break. And I don't care if you're playing on that game or not. You don't want to clip the best player in the world like that, by the way, Carlo. You've had a shitty season. It'd be shittier if you took out McDavid. Let's just start there.
When I watched it, I was watching it live. I went, no. Like, I instantly thought. And then he bounced back up.
Hip, too.
And then I knew he was all right switching ups when he fucking just did that little regroup where they gave it to the middle. I'm like,
Donnie Burns by Carlo.
Yeah, oh my God. She was all right.
Yeah, no, we talked about this Nurse. You do that once every, do it every 5-6 games.
Yeah.
Create some more space out there for you. It elevates everyone. He kicks the shit out of guys. He's a super tough D-man. It just adds another element to the Oilers team. And I get it. Like, don't break your hand or something, because then the D are really in one. But glad to see him step up for it. Yeah, I'm sure, the Oilers are needing of this break coming up. They definitely, they went in fucking a little slacking. But yeah, it was nice to see that. So enjoy that cold beer there, fella.
The doctor, man, he's longer than you think. He's tougher than you think. I'm with Uppy. I wish he could just do it, once every 9 or 10 games, just remind people that, you know what, I am the doctor. You know what I mean? It's just, I love what he throws. Good on him for stepping up, boys. The Oil, though, fuck, they need a couple defensemen. They need at least one right shot defenseman to come in there. I don't know who they can go get, but Stanley Bowman's got his work cut out for him over this break, fellas.
Yeah, he does. What'd you think of, I know you bleed orange and blue there. What'd you think of Dreisaitl's comments? A little parting shot on the way. He's the flag bearer of Germany, too, which is unbelievable.
It's unreal.
I love how he tripped the coaches when he knew he wasn't going to see him for about 3 weeks. He's just like, hey, by the way, it starts with the coaches. See you boys in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I've got shit to go take care of.
I'm going to win a medal here.
He started off by just, we suck, and this isn't the same team as it was last year, so it's different guys. We need our goalies to make saves. But then it was everybody. Coaches, best players, can't have 3 or 4 guys go night, all the right things, but yeah, it was, he's fucking bitter going into the, he was bitter. And I think, shit needs to be said sometimes.
Yeah. It's so funny. Like, we all know the world we live in now, Swishy, right? Like, I saw some of the quotes coming out about how he blamed the coaches and the goal. He said goalies need to make saves. And then I watched the full interview. Yeah, he said that, but he said it starts with the coaches. Then, we got to play better in front of the goalie, and then the goalie's got to make the save when he needs to be. But it starts with us, and it wasn't like he just threw the Jari and Ingram under the bus. He was saying we need to play better defensively, and then when we do break down, the boys back there got to make a save when we need it.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they can't handle the truth. The truth hurts. The truth is the ultimate gatekeeper of what's going on. What is it? And he just basically came out and just said, everything that was on his mind, and it was true. It's just, you see, I know I'm getting off a little bit on a different thing, but even with the Real Rocket Talkit in Philadelphia, he came out and he said the truth, and people, that hurts them, that stings them, it makes them feel a type of way. But at the end of the day, all those guys are trying to do is make their hockey clubs better and their players better, or holding people to a high standard. And those guys, like Draisaitl or a coach like Rick Tocchet, like, those are the heads of the snake, and that ultimately is going to decide how these teams go, respectively. So some people just can't handle it, man, especially fans. It's just like, fuck off.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I would like to see a Canada-Germany, like, quarterfinal game or something. I would like to see 97, McDavid and Draisaitl face off against each other. That would be kinda cool.
Fuck yeah.
You think Draisaitl gives a cross?
They don't get to play him in the round.
Give him one?
Yeah.
For the golden fucking...
I'd love it.
Yeah, I think it would be great.
Yeah.
Nurse, get yourself an ice cold Labatt Blue fella. I got a couple more here, boys. Jamie Benn, the good old captain of the Dallas Stars, had his visor on for one game. He said, get that fucking thing out of here. Love it. 9 goals. He had the game winner. Your poor Blues, both you boys last night. They come fighting back. They're down 4-2 into the third, and I haven't watched many Blues games, but I got to bet that third period was probably their best period of the season. And I needed the Stars in a little parlay cafe with the Seabus and Avalanche. And I just said, I've been on teams like this, Swishy. I'm like, they're going to find a way to lose this fucking hockey game. And sure enough, Miro Heiskanen comes down. Could have been our Kit's dish too. Throws a fucking Christ-sized sauce to Benn, and Benn rips it one-timer. 21 seconds left. But 9 goals for him. I believe he's making $1 million with some bonuses. I love Jamie Benn, man. Good on him. Obviously, he's coming back healthy. Dallas is a good hockey club, and I know he likes his blue lights, Swissy. So, Jamie Benn, drive a couple Pristine Pilsners in you.
The pride of Victoria, BC, played Tier 2 junior to what he's become, and then obviously into the Western League, but what he's become there in Dallas, he's just such a throwback player. I love him. One of the last guys with the no visor on, just a classic throwback player, and having a great season. He played 35-odd games, like you said, 22 points. The captain there, the head of the snake, tough as nails. That was a great goal last night. And like you said, hopes to the Blues. They had a great third period, especially on their dad's trip, and they ended up losing that. That's just kind of how their season's gone, fella. Just stinky.
Some bad penalties and fucking...
Yeah, just finding a way to lose.
Finding a way. Yeah, it's a good team, but the St. Louis Blues are...
No, I've been there, man. I mean, it reminded me of my year in Colorado, the lockout year. I didn't play in Calgary, but that team there, like, you play a good game and you find a way. You find a way to fuck it up, if a turnover or a bad goal, a soft goal, a penalty. And they played their guts out. And then old Jamie Benn said, corn dogs, Jackie, corn dogs.
Well, it's almost time to just turn the lights out and just try to get a good pick, trade some guys.
Yeah.
New GM next summer.
They're like now 1-11. They're like 1-11 in the last 12 road games.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah, Monty's, it's a tough go in St. Louis.
You think the boys are just going to go, if you're 1-10 or 1-11, you got to go and just get drunk. Like at this point, no, fuck, night before. Yeah. Go get pinned. Yeah. We've won one of our last 11 on the road. Unless you're getting pinned the whole time, then maybe take a night off. But if you haven't been, go out as a whole team and play guilty the next night and find a way. Because whatever you're doing ain't working.
I don't know if the guys in that room,
they should
in general, are think like we do.
Well, if we were 1-11 on the road and we hadn't been drinking, I'd say, Swishy, ups, let's go.
Yeah. It should come down for the coaches, actually.
Especially in places like Dallas.
Go out and get pinned, boys. Stop moping around this room because you guys suck. Go out and fucking, go chase it. Come in, score some garbage goals tomorrow, play a little guilty, and let's fucking turn this thing around. But that's not the case.
It's not the case. You guys want to diss any ice cold Labatt Blues?
I'm good.
Swishy?
I was just going to give one to Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett, took the higher road when ultimately wasn't named Team Canada and came out and said, hey, it is what it is. Took it on the chin. Obviously, some unfortunate injuries to a couple guys on the Tampa Bay Lightning with John Cooper and Anthony Cirelli, and as well as Braden Point. But Cirelli not going to be able to go. That is confirmed. So Bennett, next man up. He stayed with it. Trust the process, baby. He's back in the mix. I can only imagine how he feels. So just want to give him a blue light, and he's going to be a big piece to Team Canada as they trek down for the gold medal there in Milan.
Yeah, should have been on the team from day one. It is what it is. Cirelli's been playing great.
Yeah.
Listen, Kastelik, this guy from the Bruins, I said it on Tuesdays, he's a real problem. He hit Cirelli, and Cirelli's fucking shoulders almost touched. I was like, ooh, you can see on the bench that he was really, really in one.
Yeah, and I'll tell you,
Too bad, though. Like, imagine, sorry, ups. Like, I've been watching these games leading up to it, and, like, you know, you got kids. Like, everything's booked. Your flight, your hotel rooms, your parents are going, your kids are going, and then all of a sudden you get hit in the fucking stadium game, and everything's canceled.
Yeah, it sucks.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, maybe just Sam Bennett just takes all that. Like, I'll take your hotel room, take those
Just
flights.
change the names.
I'll tell you what, though, watching the game last night, Boston, Florida, Sam Bennett had a little extra fucking gear in him.
I bet.
And I bet he would. But he played great. And, like, now, you know, you trust the process. And hats off, Schmaltzy, for you giving him a beer, is that he handled it so well. He was interviewed about it numerous times, and he said, you know what, fuck, it's a tough team to make, obviously, and fucking I'll be still working hard to get it.
Yeah, he said all the right things.
He said all the right things, and it's hard to keep a positive attitude like that.
Yeah, I probably would have went, fuck, I fought Brady Tkachuk at the Bell Center. The guy's 4 inches taller than me. I should be on this team.
See?
Right? Yeah. And then you're not on the team.
And then maybe not. But he's got the right attitude. Conn Smythe winner, cup winner, fucking let's go.
Do you think
the great one wanted him on the squad?
Who did?
Great one said he should be there.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Enough said. Sam Bennett, good luck, buddy. Get over there. Last but not least here, fellas, the last ice-cold Labatt Blue icon. You talk about Team Canada. No one loves being Canadian more than this guy. Nobody loved World Juniors more than this guy. Folks, we are the best, he used to say. Grapes, Don Cherry is 92 years young. What a legend. Listen, boys, Swishy, I got his number here. I got his landline from my days at NHL XM Radio. Should we give him a buzz? And if he doesn't answer, we'll just leave him a message. All right.
Give him a buzz.
Let's see if this.
Hi, it's Don. Please leave a message.
Grapes. Grapes, it's him.
When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
Grapes, it's the boys from Missin Curfew. Happy birthday, beauty. Go Canada. Stevie loves it. Hey, great.
Fuck yeah, that'll make his day.
I know.
I think so. Fuck, 92, he's still all there. Fucking rights, man.
Shout out to my boy Bruce Bolt, gave me his number back in the day. But as an American-born player, you're an honorary Canadian, but I know you love Grapes, Swishy.
Love Grapes. I mean, Rock'em Sock'em hockey. Grew up watching that as every hockey player did, and especially Canadians. But being from Wisconsin, we always were watching Grapes. The suits. The best quote of all time, too, is if my aunt had nuts, she'd be my uncle. You know what I mean? It's just, he's the best. He shares the same passion and love as I do. And he probably even loves him more because he coached him. But for Robert Gordon Orr, the pride of Perry Sound, the greatest hockey player, he still considers him. So, yeah, man, Grapes is the best.
Yeah, he is folks, we are the best. He used to say that after we win World Juniors. Folks, we are the best.
Every Christmas, boys, right in the stocking. Rock'em Sock'em, new one. Every Christmas. And then I wouldn't care about any other gift I got. I'd fire that on the TV and just sit there and watch it like 3 times over.
Yeah,
the best.
He's a legend. 92 years young, Grapes. Happy birthday, buddy. You're an icon. Never forget that. Moving on here at Missin Curfew, it is back up the Brinks truck. Beep, 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 beep. Back her up. The bread man. Come on out, fella. Out to the South Bay, Manhattan Beach, Hermosa. Bring your fucking sunblock, fella. 2 years. 22 million, 11 million a year. Listen, I've watched the Kings play a lot, and I love Stoli Babe and Richie and Teddy and Greener and Doughty, and the list goes on and on. They're not a very exciting team to watch. They can't score. They're 29th, I believe, in the NHL in goals for, and their power play is right around the same thing. The bread man should help with both these. He's definitely going to help with the power play. But I'll tell you what, you better come out here and give her, because the last couple of years in New York, he hasn't really exactly been dying.
Yeah, it's a collective effort out there from what it looks like. But, we all wanted to play there. No, you talk about teams that you just look around, you're like, fuck, it'd be fun to wear that jersey and live on that beach.
Yeah.
Play in this town, chase these babes.
Yeah.
There's a lot to, there's a lot to go into, playing in fucking Hollywood for damn sure. I think this is a good spot for him, as you said. I think he's going to have a little new life, and a short-term deal is show me what you got now, Schmaltzy. It's not, some long-term cushy deal. So I think you're going to get a new Panarin, a new change, and, with no Kopitar next year, the LA Kings are going to look much different, and this is the start of a new team we're going to see.
Yeah, and it is believed that he turned down an extension, a sign and trade from the Seattle Kraken over in Pronoun Town for, I believe it was 4 years, $14 million. And he wanted to go to LA. And Kenny Holland actually was on the NHL Network last night. I listened to his little hit piece on why they wanted to acquire Brett. Obviously a generational talent. But Obi, they've been to overtime, I believe it is 23 times in their 55-game schedule or slate before the Olympics. Now, they feel if they add a game breaker like this, maybe someone that can come in and score and make the difference. So either they're winning these games in OT or they're getting, that contribution sometime in the 60 minutes to help them get over the hump scoring-wise. Now, the Breadman, as you said, Obi, last few years, I won't sugarcoat it. He's been pretty perimeter, and especially around the playoff time in terms of his game. He's got to get a little bit more muck in his game in terms of playing inside the middle of the ice and as well in the corners, but you know what? He's going to help their power play at very least. He's an unbelievable player, and he can be a game breaker. I just think he's got to play a little bit harder if the Kings do want to get into the playoffs, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. I guess the one thing he's got going for him is the rest of the guys in the Kings all play hard. So, maybe Kenny's thinking, listen, we need somebody that can score, can I think he used the word facilitate the puck. I heard that same interview was like facilitate. I'm like, it's nice.
Yeah. Very organic word.
But to me, I guess I wasn't surprised with the lack of return that the Rangers got for the Breadman, for everything that we're talking about here. Like the last, couple years when I watch him play, and you can throw Zibanejad in there. I know he's having a good year too, but like the effort is just not where it needs to be. I don't care how much skill you have. If you're not going to come out in the National League and fucking dig and compete and skate and go and get, you're not going to fucking. I mean, he's a point of game guy just on skill alone.
Skill alone, for sure. And he's tough. Tough kid.
He is tough.
You fought, man.
I did.
You get the better of him?
Yeah, he did. But fuck. I killed off a 2-minute power play. Then he ran me behind the net. And I'm like, you motherfucker. Slashed him. And then he just dropped his shit. He was just sitting on the half wall the whole fucking time taking shots. I was knee down, good stick.
Never fight when you're tired. Rule number one.
Yeah.
Play like a champion. Never fight when you're tired.
Yeah. Play like a champion.
It's tough to get any sort of return, too, when a guy's got a full no-move clause. He dictates where he wants to go. He has to have the extension in place. He made that very clear. So it's like, what are you going to get for him, really? If you let him play out the season and he walks, well, you get nothing, right? So for Chris Drury and those guys in New York, it's like, well, he basically decides his fate. He's going to decide where he wants to play and then get the extension from. So to get at least a little bit of juice out of that, I guess, is a win, because otherwise you're just letting them walk for free when it comes July 1.
Yeah, great point by you. You can only, right, if it's not out there, you can't force people to give you what you want. So I wish him luck out here. Listen, I can't wait to watch him play. He's not even playing tonight against Vegas. He's just going to meet the team after the break. I'm like, that's nice too, eh? Like, I'm not flying in for one game. I'm just going to find a place in the South Bay, work on my tan, see how my rooftop is. I'll see you boys for practice on the 20th.
Hack up the crib in West Village or, Tribeca. You already got the realtor looking around town and, Manhattan Beach. That's pretty smart.
I just love how he doesn't have to play. I don't know. It's just like, fuck, we're in a playoff race. Don't worry about it, buddy. We'll see you after the break. So, Breadman, I can't wait to watch you just fire sauce all over Crypto Arena, a.k.a. Staples. Last but not least, it's milk carton time here at Missin Curfew. Our boy Hubie, I'm firing on the milk carton, buddy. You season-ending hip surgery. I love you, Hoobs. I think it's the right time to get her done. He's obviously not having a great year. Nobody up there is, but I've watched Calgary play the last little bit, and I'm no doctor, but like the way he was skating and kind of I'm like, geez, Hubie doesn't, he doesn't look himself. So get it taken care of. Get some treatment on it, obviously rehab. Maybe gets a full summer of working out and can come back and start rock and roll. But I think it's a good thing for Hubie to get this taken care of and just chalk it up to it is what it is. But a tough year for everyone in Cowtown.
Yeah, this is his second bout with tough hips. So yeah, it's his second like sort of surfacing injury, and I hope this one's not as bad as his first couple, because these take a while. So you're right, it's good timing. You got 7 months till you're reporting back for camp. He'll be good as new. He works hard in the summers. He's a great kid. And, Calgary, as shitty as it is right now, they're going to be a completely new design team next year. And he'll still be a big part of that. So good luck. Good luck with the surgery, fella.
Yeah, you could obviously, tell he was this season, something was off. He was got some different ailments. And, it's tough, too, because when you're battling through that, Obi, it's not like you're going to come out with, and especially a Canadian market, and just tell everybody what's going on with your body and, maybe why you're struggling offensively and not skating as well. It's, here's your answer right here.
Yeah.
Shakira once said, the hips don't lie, and glad he's going to get that cleaned up, get it fixed, get situated, have a long off season, and, get ready to get back at it. Stretch your body, baby. Stretch your career. So all the best to Hubie. Friend of the show, good dude.
Yeah.
I loved having him on when you boys brought him on.
Hubie's the best. Yeah. So rest up, buddy.
You're only as good as those hip thrusts, eh? If you can't, then fuck, bud.
I think I saw it on Calmy's Instagram that the new barn's going up. It's up, isn't it? I mean, it's got some structure to it. It looks fucking like it could just take a dump on the Saddle Dome.
So the Stampede's going to be buzzing this year. They'll have a new something to look at.
I just hope there's
maybe they get a free agent or two.
Lots of bathrooms in there. But what do you think is going to go on in Cowtown here? We got the trade deadline. One thing about this Olympic break, right after the break, it's like, boom, deadline city. You think Conroy just clears house, or he's going to try it?
Deals made during this break here. Yeah. And there's going to be some guys at a
roster freeze. No,
I know,
no
but like there's going to be deals done. They're going to be
drug.
They're on the phone. They're drunk.
She's
some cigars.
Greg Conroy here. Fucking, I gotta trade Condry. I gotta trade him. There's enough's enough here. What do you want from him?
Yeah, no, this you see out of the gate they'll be moving and shaking.
I like to think shit happens like that. Hey, it's a couple drunk GMs over the break saying, "Listen, I really need to fucking trade, fella. Help me out here." What?
Did you? Yeah, for sure. Did you see? That just reminds me because that's one of the best podcasts right now is Hully and Chaser, and I saw a clip where Hully was sitting there. It was him, Ellie, and Chaser, and Hully was telling a story about, when he was leaving St. Louis, he was going to be a free agent, sign somewhere, and Rocky Wirtz, the owner of the Chicago Blackhawks, says all he wanted to do was play in Chicago. Hully, obviously, his dad played there. He was a legend, Bobby, and it was like 2 a.m. one night, and someone's just calling him, just nonstop, and it's Rocky Wirtz and the GM at the time. I forget the name of the GM, but Hully's telling the story, and he's like, all they're saying is they're so pinned at the bar. They're like, you want too much money. You're a $7 million. We're not going to pay you $7 million. Hully's like, I'm not even asking for $7 million. And all he kept saying was, $7 million. Are you kidding me, Hully? So it was just the owner and the GM so licked at the bar late night. And Hully's like, finally, like after the 30th time, he's like, what are you guys talking about? I'm not asking for $7 million. So it was so good.
I mean, those guys are such. Hully and Chaser just sit down there and just. Hully has a couple cocktails, and they just go. Yeah. There's no notes, no segments, they're just beauts.
It's great for hockey right now that they're both able to do that. It's great for life. Those stories are going to live on forever, and they're all classic stories, not one bit fucking fabricated.
No,
they're all real.
A lot of stories involve fighting and drinking too, which I like. A lot of them involve fighting and drinking.
It's amazing.
They're doing numbers too, fellas. Like they're clips
numbers.
And everything. Yeah, they're doing. I mean, that Hully is. I mean, Chaser is. His wits are unbelievable, but Hully is just such a beauty.
He's a beauty, man.
Oh my god.
Their set looks unreal too. Where is that? You know where that is?
That's Chaser's man cave.
Fuck, that's juice.
Yeah.
So they just turned it into a studio.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go out there for Chaser's game here in about a month.
Nice.
So I'll probably see the studio and see what's up. So
get on there. Say what's up with the boy.
Yeah, I couldn't make it. They offered me one game, but we were you and I were in Buffalo for a game.
Chippewa
Street, fella.
It was more than a game opposite. It was 3 nights of just pure drinking booze.
Game fucker.
Just game fucker. Drinking blue lights and crushing whiskey and maybe bang down a few chicken wings. Old Chippewa Street. So I miss it. That was a great trip.
Well, we got to go back there for the playoffs.
Yeah.
100%. And Richardson, we're going to actually have him eat this time. We're going to see him actually try a wing.
We're going to force him to have a chicky wing. As much fun as that was, this is embarrassing. It took me like a month to recover from that, maybe longer. But boys, it's always fun snapping around with you two beauties. We got Team USA. Good guy, friend of the show, Vinny Trocheck. Coming at you next, Missin Curfew. Welcome back to Missin Curfew. Up dog, swishy swish, friend of the show. one of my favorite teammates. He's a young kid when I played with him. Updog, we feel old for many reasons.
Absolutely. Bud.
Fucking 843 games now. Been in the league a long time. Doing great things with the Rangers. Guy that plays hard every night. 200-foot game. That's the thing I loved about Troch when I first played with him is you saw his offensive ability, but his compete and his 200-foot game. So Vincent Trocheck, Trochy, good seeing you, buddy. What a T-shirt, Wingfoot. That's NHL, my man.
Yep. Good to see you, boys. Thanks for having me on.
Trochy, one thing I always admired about you, buddy, is the way you played, as Obi said earlier. And as a young centerman that I had on my line, you're always pass first, which I liked because I was always wide open. But listen, one thing I noticed just looking at your stats, buddy, you're 32 years old. You played a lot of hockey, man. You're almost, 842 games. But what I do notice is these, the longevity, buddy. 82 games, 5 different years. Nothing keeps you off the sheet. Is there anything secret for, what you do to battle through these injuries and to play the way you do and just, step up every night for your team? And what is your secret, bud, to get out there every night?
Oh man, that's a good question. I don't really have many secrets.
Sleep. Heat packing coffee or what? Heat packing a coffee, play soccer?
It's a heat pack and a cold brew. No soccer for me. I like to get there early and just kind of mellow off for a little while, hammer a couple coffees, put that heat pack on right before the meeting, and then roll out onto the ice. But I think the biggest thing is that the minor bumps and bruises that you just got to play through realistically. Like there's going to be times that you don't feel 100%, and I'd say the majority of the time you're not going to feel 100%, but it's just getting back out there and making sure that you're not leaving your team hanging.
Yeah, and it rubs off through your team is what I noticed, right? All the young guys see you play hurt. You got all these games piled into one this year, which we talked about it earlier, but it's a talent for guys to just rub off these bumps and bruises, buddy, and get out there. So I look at you, dude, and you play so hard, and it's amazing to watch.
Thanks, Abby. Appreciate that.
Trochy, I wanted to ask you your curve. Now, it is the same curve your general manager sported, the old Neapolitan pizza shovel. Hell
yeah.
And there's not many guys that still use this curve throughout the league. Updog was one of the last, I think, but you are still going with that thing. You just open up that thing, and it's like almost just using like a hooded little 4-iron and hitting a little butter fade. So what is it about that curve that you love? You've always used it, but I see you're
literally since I was like 4. Since I was 4 years old, I've used the same curve. I sit next to Panarin in the locker room, and he is stunned that I still use it. He cannot believe that I'm able to make a hockey play with that curve. But I've tried. I tried going to a P92, a P28. Like pretty much every summer, the last 4 or 5 summers, I've tried it. I've tried to move over. I just can't do it. I don't know. I've been using it my whole life, and I think for one, it's so straight. There's not really much of a toe. I think it helps on face-offs a little bit more. There's a little bit more blade on the ice. So that's one reason I really haven't made the switch. I don't think it's a shooter's curve.
I feel like for tipping pucks too, it's unreal.
Yeah, it's just like it's a beaver tail, realistically. It's just so much more blade available.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it to the youth. I don't know.
Yeah.
Teemu Selanne style. Teemu's fucking blade was that thick.
I think Kopitar might be one still using it, Trochy. So I think he's still got
Is he?
another legend out there. Yeah, if you look at the way he stick handles the puck too, it's old school.
What's thicker, his blade or his turtleneck that he's wearing out? I don't know how he's not sweating.
It's a face-off guy, too.
Fucking out there. Yeah. It's probably great for face-offs, like you said, right? I mean, every inch you can take it.
Yeah, more blade. Yeah.
Trochy, I want to talk to you, buddy. Let's move into Team USA. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, dude.
Well-deserved. Being an Olympian, that's got to be I can't even imagine that. But I just want to go back. I know it was basically a year ago to now. We were at the game, USA-Canada. From a Canadian's perspective, we walk in there. The place is fucking rocking. And we were drinking beers and ready to rock. And then, but from your perspective, as a U.S. guy, visiting room, they boo your anthem. Like, what was it like just going through that from a personal perspective?
It was like, that was probably the atmosphere in that building that night was about as good as it could possibly get in hockey, I think. I don't know how it felt for you guys in the stands, but it was so loud. The atmosphere on the ice was extremely intense. It felt like it was Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals, and it was just a team that we had just put together. It was pretty spectacular.
Yeah, when did you know Swishy were up there drinking, and Swishy's like, look at Matty, look at Chucky, he's gonna go right now, I think, boys. I'm like, no, he's like, no, look at him. I'm like, fuck, he is. Did you guys have any idea coming out of warm-up, or just when Chucky started kind of, shaking the mitts at center ice, or what was it like, I guess, before you guys went out for the anthem?
Yeah, I didn't know all day that they had kind of like planned it out, but after warm-ups, I think Chucky was like, I'm going first. Him and Brady were kind of talking back and forth, and Brady's like, no, I am. They were kind of arguing back and forth about it, but then opening draw, you see Matt go out there and fight Hagel, and then immediately you see Brady's eyes light up like he's ready to go now, and then JT follows it up. Just back to back to back, it was like, holy shit, here we go. We got a game here. This is a rivalry now.
Yeah, it was the best. The best game before that was 2010 Russia Canada for me, but that was the best.
This is hockey.
It was better than I expected, Troche. I was so fired up for it. Asked the boys, like, we had it booked, and I'm like, we're going. And my girlfriend was giving me a little resistance about going to Montreal. I'm like, listen, I'm going. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm going. And then we walk in there, and that happened. I was like, me and Uppy were crying, Troche. We're like fucking high five, but it was insane, man.
Oh, I feel you. Yeah, I mean, me too, on the bench, just watching it. I mean, it was like the first 6 minutes, I'm still sitting on the bench, haven't gotten a shift yet, and this place is absolutely erupting. It was awesome.
It was nasty. Troche, before I turn it over to Updog and Swiss, just listen, buddy, congrats on the Olympian, like I said. Now, what's your role in this team? Or when you walk in that dressing room, like, I couldn't even imagine walking in Team Canada dressing room throughout my playing career, and you're nervous, you're excited, but what's your role for the team? And then how are you when you do walk in that dressing room? Are you just yourself? Were you a little nervous? I know the Four Nations will help because you had some experience, but what's it like as a good Pittsburgh lad walking into Team USA best on best and throwing on the red, white, and blue?
Yeah, I think I'm very lucky that I was able to go last year and kind of get a little bit of a taste of the international hockey, and majority of the guys that are on Team USA this year were there last year. So I'm a little bit more comfortability, but for me, going into the locker room, I was nervous last year and didn't really know what to expect, but the guys were so great. We came together really quickly and became a little bit of a brotherhood last year. So going into this year, that kind of carries over, I would hope. And as far as my role on the ice, I'm not 100% sure what it'll be. I imagine it'll be similar to what it was last year. Do what I can whenever they call upon me and help kill some penalties, play a nice role on the fourth line, as many minutes as they need me to do. Play hard, be gritty, be a little bit of a dickhead on the ice, and be myself, basically.
Yeah.
Just get your stick in the lane when you got that McDavid, McKinnon.
Yeah, exactly.
Just get that pizza shovel in the lane there. Make sure you're working that thing. Just a little bit on the gear. You get all your gear yet? You tried out the gloves? Are you wearing the Ranger gloves? Same colors? Like, I see the videos of the guys starting to break in their stuff for the next couple weeks. Are you using your own gloves?
Yeah, no, I used them one time, actually, just last practice. The gloves are similar, but they're all blue with like red cuff. And I wear a girdle still, so I still have the shell.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Stay light, bud.
I always
Stay
love
light.
that about you, too, when you got the girdle on, fella. Lean and mean.
That's it.
You used to wear it because you made it look lean, right?
I used to wear it because I was getting fatter by the day. I'm like, I don't even need this thing. Now I just wear referee pants out there. Troche, I just want to tag up Doug's thing real quick. He talked about your on-ice swag. Have you got your off-ice Olympic gear swag yet? Because from what I see, the Team USA stuff and Team Canada, all the Olympic stuff looks nasty. Have you got your swag bag, or will you get that when you touch down in Italy?
Yeah, we get that right when we get there. We fly out on Saturday. We get there on Sunday. And I think the first thing they do when we land is they take us through all that. They send the families to the hotel. But they sent us a list of all the stuff, and it's a ton of stuff. I'm basically going to have to bring an empty suitcase.
Yeah.
Georgie, I just want to ask you about personnel, but last year, you guys missed arguably, the best defenseman in the league, Quinn Hughes, on your team at Four Nations. I know he's around the team and he's a big part of that group. What is it like to see the way this kid's playing right now, going in the Olympics, and just, that sort of, I guess, that feel knowing you got him on the back end? I mean, have you played with him? Have you, what stands out about Quinn Hughes for you here coming up in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, I've never been lucky enough to play with him, but playing against him, he is a nightmare. You really can't contain him. His edge work, he's like this new age of hockey players that have been coming up that just have unbelievable edge work. They're fast, they're shifty, and he sees the ice so well. He just defends in a completely different way than the old school defenders did. Like, he's smaller size, but he's very fast. Kind of like Duncan Keith did whenever he was playing. He would always defend skating forwards, and Hughes is really good at that. He cuts off the angles. Like, you got nowhere to go, even though he's a smaller guy. And then once he gets the puck, it just feels like nobody can stop him. He's so fast. He's so elusive, and he sees the ice so well.
Troche, obviously, we all play against guys that we, didn't like. And I could just assume when you play against Matty and Brady, for the most part, you probably don't like playing against them. But what did you learn from them? I know it's just a short period of time, but you've been with USA Hockey, obviously, your whole life. But what did you learn the Four Nations, being around them, practicing with them, and being in that fight, and then pulling you guys into it? What did you take away from playing with those two beauties?
Yeah, they're very similar in the sense that they drag you into the fight, but they do it in very different ways. But you recognize it right away. Like Matthew, he's so good at just kind of commanding the room and commanding the respect of his teammates, and he's a great leader in that sense. And Brady, I mean, there's a reason he's the captain of the Senators. He's a leader. He brings everybody into the fight. He plays so hard every shift. Same with Matthew. The two of them, that's really the only way you could put it, is that, like, when you're out there with them or you're in the locker room with those guys, you want to get up for the fight. And you see it with that game against Canada, the way they just got the party started right away, and they brought everybody into it.
They did get the fucking party started.
No kidding.
I thought I got the party started at dinner with all those Jameson shots, but the Kachuk boys got the party started.
Look at the way they handle each other all the time. You see Brady chase, you Chucky down the finals, and he's having fun in the crowd, and then they get to play together in that atmosphere.
And then you got Big Walt up there pinned time to time too, right? It's unbelievable.
Hey, Troche, just a little bit about maybe a couple of the new additions on your team. You Clayton Keller, you got Tage Thompson, a kid here in our backyard in Anaheim, Jackson Lacombe. But, adding a couple nice youth pieces to this group, maybe just your thoughts on that and how you're going to bring those guys into your group that you had at the Four Nations.
Yeah, obviously, I've played against Kells for a long time. He is so good. I mean, watching what he's been able to do with that team in Utah with Schmaltz's brother has been pretty spectacular, the way that they're turning the thing around there. And he's been kind of leading the charge. Tage is a guy, I mean, both these guys, you really can't even imagine a world where they're not on Team USA like last year. And Tage brings size, skill. He's got that shot. I feel like he has 15 shots over 100 miles an hour this year. It's fun to watch with those guys. And then Jackson too. I mean, he was a guy that kind of came out of nowhere. For me, at least, him being on the West Coast, not playing against them a whole lot, and then all of a sudden last year, he's just taking over games, dominating. And then we played against him this year in Anaheim, and the way he skates, the way he's a one-man breakout. He's got size. He defends hard. He'll be a great addition to that D-core for Team USA.
Troche, I just wanted to ask you, obviously you're going over there with one goal in mind to win the gold medal, but you're still going over there to experience the Winter Olympics. So how's it going to work for you boys? How much time are you going to get to spend in the village? I'm sure you guys also have a team hotel, but is that something talked about, or is that just, it'll play out how it plays out, or is that something you thought about and maybe getting to enjoy the Olympic Village a little bit?
Yeah, so we are staying in Olympic Village. We don't really have a full-blown schedule, like, of our day-to-day, what we got going on. So I'm not sure how much we'll be able to go out and explore Milan, but I'm going to try to as much as I possibly can. I got a whole lot of family coming over with me, so try to hang out with them as much as I can. And going to Milan, I've never been to Italy before. I got some roots there, so I'm just excited to go over there.
The food is so good. I mean, I haven't been to Milan, but I've been to Rome and down to Sicily and Amalfi Coast. I mean, the food is fucking insane.
We're talking about slices, that Napoleon pizza or Napoleon pizza, however you're going to call it, the thin one. I roll it up
everywhere.
One time
everywhere I went, I'm just like, give me a bowl of penne with some vodka sauce. Every restaurant I went to, I was just on my tape, crispy, so good.
The Italians do it right over there, bud.
Yeah, a lot of naps.
Yeah,
a lot of naps. Afternoon coffees.
It's gonna be. I'm just excited for the food. Hopefully, I don't gain 20 pounds while I'm over there. I'll be skating a lot. So.
No, listen, I went over there for a week and I didn't gain weight, Troch. So you're going to be all right. The food is like fucking.
Really?
It's like real food. It's like it doesn't bang you up as much.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah. It's not like going to Olive Garden over here and banging down 12 breadsticks. Eh? It's not quite the same. But.
Should get a tour of Italy.
Yeah.
Good, Troche, just speaking of your kid there and what he's been able to do, are you bringing the family over there? Will this be a full Trocheck extravaganza for the family?
Yeah, wife and kids are coming on the charter over. I got my parents, my wife's parents, my two sisters, and my wife's sister all coming. So it's going to be it'll be a party.
Dust off the Amex.
Yeah.
Dust
It's
off.
dusted.
Yeah. And it looks like the barn's coming along, right, boys? Like it looks like it.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
I just saw something today, actually. It looks great.
I haven't seen any dressing rooms though. Are there any fucking hot tubs around or anything? Like I haven't seen anything behind the curtain here. Like what are the boys going to be? We got national leaguers coming over here, Troche. We got to have a nice little dressing room for the boys.
I haven't seen any pictures, but I will say I've heard that it's not what you're used to over here, basically.
Yeah. Let's go back to your Troche. I'll bring you back to your San Antonio Rampage days. Eh? Play the old practice barn there.
Oh boy, working out in a closet.
That was tough. That was a tough practice barn. But hey, Troche, I appreciate you, buddy. We're rooting for you. Me and the Updog are rooting for you as much as we can as Canadian guys here. But buddy, go enjoy it. Happy for you, and thanks for taking the time to join us at Missin Curfew, my man. We appreciate it.
Of course, guys. It's great coming on with you guys.
Welcome back to Missin Curfew. Updog, swishy swish. Thanks you to our boy Vinny Trochek. Good kid. I knew when I played with him right away that I knew he was a national leaguer for sure. Like I used to in the minors, like he was up and down, mainly up that year. But anytime he came back down, I would tell Tom Rowe, T-Rex, I'd be like, hey,
what's he doing? Yeah, and what's he still doing down there?
But put me on the ice with fucking Troche, right? Because he was in the right spot. I couldn't count on him in the middle. I knew where he was.
You love your low and slow centimeter.
So, well, the rest of the guys in the jungle are fucking flying around, and now I'm in one. And
He was. Listen, I remember him first training camp coming in and just being a guy that even Dale and our coaching staff were like, this kid's going to be good. Yeah. Like, help him out, but he's a stud, good right-handed, two-way centerman. So watching him, what he's been able to do as an all-star, now as an 850 game vet,
crazy,
and adding, a men's Olympic team, Schmaltzy, to the list. He's doing it all and he's doing it the right way, but great teammate, great guy. And I didn't know you guys played together as kids, bud. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I was just going to touch on that, Updog. I mean, I've known Vinny Trochek since his days. There's probably 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 we played together on this team called the Wild Boar Selects. And it was a team that basically, it was a bunch of Midwest kids, and we acquired these guys from Pittsburgh. And they happened to be Vinny Trochek, Riley Barber, who had a cup of coffee in the National League, as well as JT Miller. And they came in and played, top minutes on our travel team in the summer. So I knew all along he was going to be a stud. He was unbelievable growing up, great player. And honestly, when he got drafted in 2011, I was very surprised he slid to the third round because he was always a really good player growing up and even through the junior ranks. So knew he was going to be a national league. He just always carried himself that way. You know what I mean? He had that swag, that subtleness to him where he was just confident. And it's cool to see that he's still snapping it around and playing really well, obviously being an Olympian.
Yeah, I always liked that he had a little fucking fuck you to his game too, right?
Yeah.
Cross-check guy. And I used to come in San Antonio, get in there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
There's nobody out here that's going to do anything. So I remember actually the first time I ever played against him, I was in Abbotsford with Troy G. Ward, Swishy, and fucking Vinny did a little tight turn in the corner at the old AT&T Arena in San Antonio. And the big man was coming, and I'll never forget the sound that Troch made. Like, I thought I fucking killed him.
Oh, wow.
He just turned at the last, and I fucking buried him. I think I got 5 maybe. And I looked down, and I was like, and then in the room, I'm like, who's it? They're like, oh, he's one of their biggest prospects. I'm like, I hope to God he's okay.
Oh, wow.
And then the next year I met him at camp, and I'm like, hey, sorry about that hit. He's like, yeah, Jesus Christ, you almost killed me. I'm like, little word of advice, don't tight turn.
Yeah.
Like I already decided I was going to hit you there, fellas.
And just so you know, I'm on a tryout, so I might hit you again.
Yeah. Nobody was safe at that training camp. But thank you to Troch. Good luck over there, buddy. Go get that silver. Swishy, appreciate you, Updog, my man. Always fun snapping around. Thank you to Hall Pass Media, Maxi Ice Pick Pickup, Kyle, Casey, Conway. That was Mr. Curfew, fellas.